Welcome back to Connie's World. Share a like, turn your notifications, push that bell, give this video a thumb up, a thumb down, whatever you choose to do. And you know that bell, maybe you push the bell, button, ding, ding, ding. Subscribe to my channel, Connie's World. And welcome back to Connie's World. Y'all here where I'm from is after 12. Me and my son-in-law, my daughter, and my grandson and his friends, we had movie night. It's the next day, y'all. And like I always say, and I'm saying this right from the cut, y'all already know, today is Martin Luther King birthday. Today is Dr. Martin Luther King birthday. I believe he got killed in 1963. I was born in 1963. But if I'm wrong, y'all don't come for me. But acknowledgements, all things, I know things are closed, but come up with some things in your homes or in your yards or from your house to represent the late Dr. Martin Luther King. His birthday is today. He's the pioneer of the movement. He started off as a pastor in a church. His father was a pastor, but then as a young boy, he sat in the pulpit and watched his father preach. And the story, if you go to Atlanta, they got, the place he should live at is reserved. Now, me and my daughter went there a couple of times, through the years. They hear show, and they show the reserve of the street he lived on. And now today is tourists. Then they got the monument where you hear his voice. Free at last, free at last. One day, black and white will walk hand in hand. We shall overcome. We will come. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I shall believe. We shall overcome someday. The late Dr. Martin Luther King, that song was wrote many years ago. He said every child, when black and white, be one day and be at night to go to drink at the water fountains and be able to sit there and go to all the schools. And one time it was segregated where if our black people denied it, he fought for it, for all black and white to walk together. Our children. And that's why if you know the history of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, give him respect. Put a sign up. Put his voice up. Play the backgrounds of the speeches he made. until his time was on this earth. But the thing about Martin Luther King, his father was a preacher. His father had his own church, and as a young boy, the late Dr. Martin Luther King was, as a little boy, he was sitting in church and watched his father preach every Sunday. But at the time he got older, he ended up preaching. He didn't know he's going to end up be walking through all the streets, changing the world. The dynamic of black and whites walk hand in hand. The children, black and white, walking hand in hand back in the 60s. His legacy still stands. Because one time ago, they didn't have a statue of him. It wasn't a time, it wasn't a time where it was America Day where it wasn't no schools open. A lot of business wasn't open. But now, today, he held a day when all the schools are closed, and a lot of business respect the honor of the late Dr. Martin Luther King to be recognized. But the thing is, y'all, right now, the thing is really deep if you think about it. When I went to Atlanta, me and my daughter, we went there a couple of times because she's a hairstylist here in where I'm from the East Coast. We went there like 3 times, like I said. They got a monument where you can hear his voice with a burning flame, and you can hear the speakers speaking when he did speech. So, even though he's been gone a long time ago, still acknowledge him, black and white. Acknowledge him today. Here where I'm from is after 12. Acknowledge him. His movement was everybody walk hand in hand and love one another and get along, black and white. So on that note, y'all, to know the definition, the power of a gift, the late pastor, first, Dr. Martin Luther King. Like I said again, he started off in the church with his father because his father was a pastor. And then he sat in the church every Sunday with his father and listened to his father preach. And then as he got older...
Yo, if you got any whites, bring them down there, okay? This is one you gotta take this clothes.
Okay, y'all, we hear voices in the background, so don't... But like I said, y'all, but I'm making a short video. I should have made it shorter, but like I said, y'all, honor the late Dr. Martin Luther King, because like I said, as a kid, he watched his father preach, but then something was in him as he got older. He did not talk the gospel in the church. He had destiny in him to make the world better, blacks and whites to walk together hand in hand, and change some things. They honored him with a statue and things of that nature, all the things. And we have to recognize them and know what he did. So all the people out there from the East, South, and West, acknowledge the late Martin Luther King. So that's what he did. He said this. He had a thing about himself. I remember some of the documentaries what he said. And when he was a young boy, it was something more he wanted to do in life. And the only way he was going to know about, as he got older, he wanted to explore the other part of the world. And that's when he left Atlanta. That's where he formerly was from. Because he wanted to sit there and something was in him. He said he wanted to explore the other part of cities and see what they was like. And he did. And that's why he found all the things what he wanted to sit there and do. And that's when he ended up by L. Sharpton. With Malcolm X. It's so many people I can sit there saying, you know, everybody got a calling, he had a calling. But like I said, acknowledge the late Martin Luther King. Today is his birthday. So, to the East, South, and West, stay safe on the streets, be kind to one another, share to the doctors and nurses, the nurse aides, the people who work on cars, the people who sell the cars, share to your best friends, your so-called friends, share to all flocks of life. And like my mother and my mom used to always say, scratch that. Because my answer, I'm going to change it a little bit, y'all. Like I said, we're dealing with diabetes, we're dealing with cancer, we're dealing with depression, we're dealing with schizophrenic, we're dealing with heart failure, kidney failure, dementia. We're dealing with all the things that's in this world right now, y'all. So on that note, I'm going to say this. William Masses. William Masses. To East and West, God bless y'all. And like my mother always said, I'm going to back it up for a minute. When you see somebody sitting on a footstool or sitting on the stairs, homeless, or sitting on a footstool and might be looking like in a lot of thoughts, no, they may have lost somebody with the virus. And all the things I just said, go to encouragement words. Go to them with encouragement words, and you'll be changing the thoughts of taking their lives because they may have lost someone. At the same time, buy them a sandwich, buy them a cup of coffee, buy them some water. Give them a couple $1 of your choice. Because God said high, he said low. And whatever you do for someone, it's going to come from the heart. I like my mother, the late Dolores Jean Love. She always said to me, "There's angels among us." Everybody have an angel walking beside us. And the ones that sit there and feels of the Lord done walked away and don't hear you. If you lost his faith, come back. Come back to him. Because I don't want you to be the one to say, I don't want you to be the ones to be lost and say, when he come back, because the Son is coming again. Because the Lord is going to take his world back again. I don't want y'all to be lost and say, wait a minute, Lord. Wait a minute. Don't forget about me. But that's why you have to stay in the faith. Wherever you go through. Wherever you go through. Even with your children, your sons, your sisters, you might not speak to as much. Your aunts and uncles, this video might be a little longer, but it's real. Don't give up on them. Because when you raise kids, it's not easy, but you got to stay in the prayer. Because the Lord said, come to me. I will answer all the things you asked me for. But if you have the faith and stay in the faith with me, I will be there to answer all the prayers you want me to answer. But we have to do the work. And anybody who feels though they're going through all the trials and tribulations, all the things they can't do with their children, go to the Lord. Because we have a merciful God. He don't leave you or forsake you. So on that note, like I said again, I know this video is long. Longer than it should be. Share it, pass it, give it a thumb up. But your videos mean a lot if you give it a thumb up. And like my mother, again said this. We have angels on this earth. Each and every have an angel working beside us. When you go to the next person, the next one, like she always said, you'll be engaging with angel. And welcome back to Connie's World 2021. God bless y'all from the east, south, and west. And also make the quotes about the late Dr. Martin Luther King. Today's his birthday. He lost his life for us. He spoke out to make this world different. Peace and love. Okay, y'all. Good night, y'all. And welcome back to Connie's World. Love y'all.